What's up, everyone? Tiki here. Before we get into the show, I need to ask you guys for a quick favor. Please take a minute to give us a review on any platform you listen to the show on, especially iTunes. Please, guys. It really goes a long way, and it helps to keep the lights on. Seriously, guys, thank you for that. I can't say it any other way. It's a massive help for the show. All right, that's it. Let's get into the show.
WWE,
but if you have
Raw,
good
Stone Cold,
you have good buns, good burger, good cheese. You don't.
What do you know about good buns?
Good burger, home of the good burger.
You don't need ketchup.
What do you know about good buns, Huss?
You don't need mustard. You don't need that stuff.
Dude, good coffee. It's good coffee regardless whether there's milk or cream in it or whether it's black. You just so happen to like it black. Like this chick I know.
Wait,
What?
what? Wait, what?
Huh? What up, PFC? Hard intro. Champions League footy coming at you live, as well as some FA Cup stuff. We know we missed you guys during the week. Lot of action to get to. So shall we begin, gentlemen?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's get into it.
Mi gentes.
I mean, the biggest game of the week for Champions League, we're just going to touch on it real quick because we didn't get a chance to touch on it midweek. But we're talking Real Madrid 3, PSG 1. Madrid taking the upper hand here for the next leg.
Let's go.
Al out here rapping.
Go. Knock the
There goes the camera.
Get his jacket off. My man Marco Asensio, baby, showing up. We'll get there at the end.
Oh my
We'll get there in the end.
Probably my favorite. Well, alongside with Mbappé, Lotin. I haven't given you guys one in a while. Alongside with him, Marco Asensio, two of my favorite young players in the world
What
right now.
about Iwobi?
Nah.
There's no
bro.
love there.
He's an exciting prospect. He does not have potential to be special quite yet. But this was a good game, man. This was a good game, and it's sad to see giants like this getting matched up in the round of 16.
Terrible.
But this was one of those games where both managers are under pressure. We know Real Madrid has been underperforming in the league, knocked out of Copa del Rey, and PSG obviously performing in the league, but the only reason they signed Neymar is to win Champions League. So they go down 3-1. Unai Emery potentially will lose his job as a result.
Yeah, I mean, he still has one more leg to turn it around, so he still has a bit of time to get it together. I think this game should have been 2-1, maybe even 1-1. You know, that knee goal by Ronaldo, that's just, you can't defend for that. Like
He's going to get a
that's
goal.
yeah, exactly.
He trained for that. He practiced that shot in practice training. The knee shot, you know, it's all part of a formula. But I think the biggest game, you know, Madrid showed their character in this game, coming back from 1-0 down. Rabiot getting the early goal. Cristiano penalty for the pull on Cruz. Cynical defending, grabbed the guy around the neck. It was soft, but it's a penalty. But Madrid turning it on late in the game, something they haven't been able to do this season. They've been conceding late, giving up goals late. Final minutes, it cost them in the Copa del Rey and in the league more than once. So to score 2 goals past the 80 mark was huge for Real Madrid. As far as these guys too tired, is the fatigue finally getting to them? Looks like it's not.
Well, with Cristiano, with the league, look, it's been underwhelming. He only has 11 goals, 4 assists out of 18 appearances.
Not bad.
For Cristiano, but for Cristiano, that's not normal. But with Champions League, 7 appearances, 11 goals, 1 assist. He has 55% of Real Madrid's goals because Real Madrid has 20 goals, Cristiano have 11. Is he just a big player stepping up to the big stage?
Yes. Is that...
Oh, it's too mean.
Alarm clock.
That's who he's always been, man.
Yeah, man.
Well,
But it's
along with
funny
those,
because he's got 11 goals, 1 assist. My man does not give up the ball.
doesn't need to, man.
He's a center forward.
11 goals in 7 games, like Hussey said. And with that penalty he had, he became the first player in Champions League history to reach 100 goals for a single club. Messi's sitting on 97. He's going off Tuesday, Wednesday, so he could tie it. But first person to score 100 for one club, Cristiano. He's got 116 total. So he's still leading the pack by quite a margin. This tournament, or this competition, is this guy's, his pedigree.
Yeah.
Don't even play him in La Liga. Same for Champions League.
It's the only reason United got one,
I've
because
got
of
to
his
say,
form.
Marcelo, the best left back in the world,
Who?
was absolutely amazing this game. He has a lot of critics out there who like to criticize his defensive
Frailties?
attributes, I'll say.
You mean people with eyes?
Yeah, people in this room. people
outside
in this room.
too. It's
But
funny.
it's odd how, look, the Real Madrid midfielders I thought were struggling at first. Between Casemiro, I thought he had a bad game. Modric, mediocre for his standards, as well as Toni Kroos. For me, the person who was really dictating the tempo for Real Madrid was Marcelo, and he was doing it from a left-back position, which is pretty ridiculous. We want to praise Robertson when he presses high and he ends up at a right-wing position, but when Marcelo does it, all of a sudden he's undisciplined. So, for me, man, best left-back in the world, adds an insurance goal to make it 3-1, caught PSG with the bat. They were not expecting that, and man, for me, he's my favorite left back, and I think arguably if CR7 doesn't get the brace, he'd most likely be player of the game.
Cool, man. And Asensio, the super sub, gets both assists on those late goals.
Damn, you didn't bite on that at all, huh? Disappointed, bro. I wanted the battle.
Nah.
Here's something you can bite on. Edison Cavani, 0 goals. What's up, bro? Let's see his chances.
He got subbed off, and that's what. Thanks for bringing that up, Al, because that is where the game changed. As soon as Unai Emery went defensive, he subs off Edison Cavani
One shot
for Munier. And Neymar, there were a couple opportunities when Neymar could have slid Cavani in for the obvious pass. He had one shot because he wasn't fed. You got to feed the beast. You know what I mean?
Sergio Ramos had more shots.
That is where the game changed. He took Cavani out. You got to feed the beast. Man's got 23 goals in Ligue 1, and you're not going to play him in, bro?
Which league?
It doesn't matter, bro. It
No,
really
no.
doesn't matter. And
I just want to hear you say it again.
well, he was at a point leading the Champions League in
just
goals.
the league.
So he's not just doing it in League 1. He's doing it
Yeah,
in
there it
Champions
is.
League as well. You know what I mean? So that's where the game really changed. He takes off a center forward, puts on a right back, pushes Danny Alves up to right wing, which I like Danny potentially in that role, but it's just a little bit of an odd shape. Pushes Mbappe to that center forward role. So that is where the decline
essentially
began.
trying to catch Marcelo. Marcelo not recovering, and they had a couple of chances with Neymar. Neymar should have put one away.
And he's trying to also match Asensio, the substitution of Asensio coming on as well. Yeah,
exactly. Fresh legs.
That's the
It
blueprint.
wasn't
of
that bad a tactic. It's just Cavani didn't have supply. I felt like, watching Lukaku when he plays for United, not counting the FA Cup game, where it's just there's no supply. So, of course, the player's not going to play well if he's not touching it.
Feed the beast.
Yeah, but to Al's point, he didn't do jack shit. And if he's about to slide, these are the games he needs to step up for. Harry Kane steps up against Real Madrid. He puts the team on his
Because
back.
they feed the beast with Spurs. They know who their main guy is. For
Yeah.
PSG, we've seen the battle between Neymar and Cavani. Cavani, at the end of the day, he spearheads the attack.
But at the same time, you brought up Neymar. Was it underwhelming to see Neymar play against Madrid like this? Because, look, he left Barcelona to be a top player.
To win the Ballon d'Or.
The top player in the
Yep.
world. And it was almost like Cristiano said, not yet, young man.
I love him,
The
man.
old man still got it.
Here's the thing.
That's what it's about, dude. He's not ready to give up that throne.
Neymar had a great first half. I thought there were times he dribbled a little bit too much and could have released the ball quicker. But if you want to be the best player in the world, you got to do it for 90 minutes. And unfortunately, he did it for 45.
Yeah, you got to do it for 2 legs. You got to do it for 2 legs. If Ronaldo doesn't do jack shit and Neymar all of a sudden scores a hat trick and they go through, there's the
Fair
question.
point.
There's questions right there.
Fair
So,
point.
fortunately for the Champions League, it's a 2-leg system. But to Huss's point, Ronaldo obviously won that first bout.
And with Gareth Bale not starting, is it just another sign that he's out this summer?
This dude has to start.
But
man.
Zizou, he's got a tough team to manage.
Yeah.
As far as who to play, squad selection, he went with Benzema, who again had not a nightmare of a game. He worked hard, just didn't come off for him again.
He was bad.
He wasn't good. He wasn't good. He had one ball, good cross, good position, went right out of bounds. You could see in his face he wasn't comfortable. He brought, and then Zizou brings on Vasquez. Immediately, Madrid's winning that midfield battle with Vasquez out there.
Great shot.
Gareth Bale comes on. He's getting in behind multiple occasions. So, for the first leg, I think Zizou got lucky with this game. He got lucky with his selection. Casemiro coming back from fitness, a little off the pace. Talked about Modric, Isco looked good first half. Second half waned, but the midfield battle, Madrid won this game almost comprehensively over periods of time because PSG still they had possession, they had time on the ball, didn't take the opportunities. and Madrid punched him.
Here's another reason I say Unai Emery might be in trouble. He benched Thiago Silva. Now, apparently Thiago Silva had a little bit of an injury, but as we recall, last year he plays Kimpembe and Marquinhos against Barcelona first leg.
How'd that go?
They win 4-0.
It went off.
Second leg, he takes Kimpembe out and inserts Thiago Silva. So there's been reports saying that since then, Unai Emery has been considering stripping Thiago Silva of the captaincy. He's been featuring him less and less. And in this game, he starts Lo Celso, basically as a defensive midfielder. Thiago Motta was out injured. So that's an inexperienced guy who wants to do back heels at the top of his 18 like Cesc fucking Fabregas against Barcelona, firing me up. And so you don't start Thiago Silva and you start Lo Celso. That's another question that you have to put on Unai Emery, man. Like, that's another big reason.
Lasana Diarra. Get this guy in there. Get him in there.
He's got experience.
He's not nearly fit enough for this game.
This game was 1-1, 2-1 at best. I think it was just unfortunate, man. Neymar didn't show up. Plain and simple, we want to give Neymar praise. He had a couple opportunities he should have put away. Mbappe, too. He puts that shot away when they caught Marcelo up the field and actually countered-attack.
I give Mbappe that assist. That was a great cross.
Hey, let's not forget Ramos and Varane controlling that back line. Ramos with the huge block 6 yards out. That was a given goal.
But that's what I'm saying.
Navas with the special saver, too.
That's what I'm saying. This wasn't a blowout.
No, not at all.
With Ramos not playing heroics, this game is 1-1.
Madrid got lucky.
2-1 Madrid. But they did deserve it.
Just look at the knee goal. I mean,
exactly.
Hey, that's positioning. That's good positioning.
The football gods were with Madrid.
Absolutely. And Madrid did deserve it. It's not like they got lucky or anything like that. But like they're not. These
they
teams
were
aren't that far apart.
They were fortunate to get that second goal.
I think
not lucky, but fortunate.
I do think experience though helped Madrid maintain the composure. There were some fortunate bounces their way.
Yeah.
But as soon as the substitutions came, that's when the game really changed.
Dude, you could see
second. Go ahead.
No, PSG couldn't get the ball from Madrid in some spells. The Madrid doing that game where the ball's right in front of the other team. You're not going to get it. Not going to get it. Just little
keep away.
Give and goes, keep away, man. It was beautiful to watch.
Yeah. We'll see how they do when they go to Paris. Obviously, PSG will be more comfortable. Madrid 3-1 up will probably come in there defensive minded. No matter how hard Zidane tries to say, don't defend. I think a few players will be nervous considering the season they're having in La Liga.
But as PSG, you lost to Barcelona last year in a very, one of the worst second leg.
Yeah.
Maybe the worst second leg I've ever seen.
Probably the best second leg I've ever seen.
But, for a team,
it was amazing.
Depends how you look at it.
Yeah. And then with this one, with Madrid, PSG has to start learning from their mistakes.
Yeah.
They buy. They have these superstar players, but these superstar players aren't going to learn. Look, Mbappe,
address your weaknesses.
He's young.
Is that what you're trying to say? Address your weaknesses?
If Neymar wants to be the top player in the world, he has to take this, learn from it, move on, and let's get ready for the second leg.
Neymar has to pull what he did for Barcelona in this opposite leg last year. Neymar has to put the team on his back.
Another thing, Unai Emery. Di Maria's coming off a hat-trick. The previous game, Di Maria scores a hat-trick. He doesn't play him at all in this game.
Yeah, I don't understand what the deal is with Di Maria. Every time I see him come on as a sub, he's special.
Man's a game changer.
What it is.
So, Unai,
not getting any burn.
Get that team selection right.
I think this game for PSG was almost a showpiece for Rabiot. He was balling this game as a young man. He was really dominating that middle, got the goal too. I was listening to a Spanish or I think it was Mexican commentary. That's the stream I found. They were calling him Maldini for whatever reason. They were goofballs, but he had a great game, man, and very impressive for the future going forward. This guy.
Absolutely, man. Let's move on to Juventus 2, Tottenham 1, Serie A, showing what Serie A is all about. Hey, let's pack it.
Go on, England. Go on.
They pulled that Mourinho performance, huh?
Dude, it was worse.
It
was Mourinho.
Get a goal and sit back.
It was Raminho.
Was Jose just turned Brazilian?
What he's trying to say is that Jose wouldn't concede too if he did pull these tactics.
No, I was saying it was Mourinho 2 years ago with Chelsea. Remember that last few games where they kept winning 1-0 when Park the Bus became the top talking point? Mm-hmm. That was Juventus, man. They got that lucky PK nice and early.
They got out to such a quick start, man. I was looking at Spurs like, Poch, what is going on? These guys awake? They have their bus legs or something?
2-0 before the 9th minute?
Yep. Bro, but that first goal by Higuain.
2 minutes in.
Absolute class. I mean, again, it's off a set piece. Simple marking. How's no one going to be on one of the best center forwards in the world? But the way he finishes it.
Technique.
A volley over your shoulder like that, that's
nice.
why he's
there were
some
comparisons. There were one of the big things that people were debating before this game was Kane or Higuain. Who would you pick?
Kane.
But that's the thing.
No question.
People go back and forth. But then 9 minutes in, I'm thinking, okay, the people that picked
Gonzalo.
Higuain might be onto something
Until
right
that PK came.
Because, I mean, yeah, well, that's true. Okay.
Higuain chokes, man. It's the weirdest thing,
Well, he
bro.
got the first one.
In the World Cup. Okay, he scores. There's no doubt he's clinical.
And Harry Kane just choked one of the two against Liverpool. So
but
it's the same
Harry
thing.
Kane also got him back in this game. I'm just saying, in the big moments that I've seen Higuain in the World Cups, when Juventus have needed him, last year, Champions League final, he chokes.
Almost
he
like
doesn't,
Aguero in
He doesn't
Champions
come
League?
through in the big game. Maybe Aguero in the Champions League, but at least Aguero's done it in the league. He's won his team the title.
I mean, this guy's won it 2 years in a row, or 3 years in a row for them. You know what
With
I mean?
the stacked Juventus team. It's Juventus versus nobody
And
in
Man
Syria
City.
at that time.
He was still
You know what
doing
I mean?
work at Real Madrid, too. He won it for them over there.
Man's clinical, but is he clutch? I don't think
I don't know.
Higuain's clutch.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he scored 2 goals in this game. That should be enough to see off Spurs. I mean, he scores that penalty right before halftime.
If he scores 2-0 at the end of the game, we're calling him clutch.
If it's
We are, but-
3-1 at halftime with a hat trick.
Then they win 3-2. Then it's not Higuain. Then he's got himself a hat trick, bro.
3-3.
Huh?
Or it's 3-3.
Or
That
4
defense
or
was
4-1.
packed in.
What
That
we
defense,
but what we can't
knew
deny is
Spurs-
that he missed a penalty kick.
No, he
That's an
did.
obvious goal scoring opportunity. That's 70%, 75%. It should be a goal.
100%,
Everything else
but-
is hypothetical.
But to Huss's point, Kane missed one in the 80-something minute against Liverpool. But sure, he bounced back. Higuain got 2. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So that's his
Kane's
bounce
24. Higuain's, he's the finished product.
Yeah, and he's still. I would take him in a cup final game, not over Kane, but like having Higuain as the starter. Like,
It's a win-win
he's beast.
situation. You
Yeah.
get to pick between them. But I just brought it up because they were doubters of Higuain before the game when they brought up
Look,
Kane.
he's fat.
And
man.
then-
I don't doubt Higuain. It's just
I got 2 things for you again off this debate. No offense, everybody. 2 names for you: Aurier and Davies. Spurs fullbacks. Davies at fault for the first penalty. Can't sort his feet out. Not in the right position. Aurier in the second penalty. These guys were overmatched almost every time they were up against I can't say his name.
Mandzukic.
Mario or
Bernardeschi.
Bernardeschi.
couple 1-2 frauds.
Whoa,
you
don't
know?
forget Costa. Douglas Costa.
And
Look,
Douglas
he was
Costa. Man. I'm
flying
just
in
saying,
that
man,
game.
whoever
Yeah,
went
ball.
at these guys, Aurier, so athletic, so capable, defensively, out to lunch. And Davies, I love him. Love this guy, great on the ball, great left foot. But when compared to Danny Rose, Danny Rose and Kyle Walker is who we're comparing them against, and there's no comparison at this stage if you can see
It's kind of
the
tough.
performance they put out.
I think it's a matter of form, man, because I know I'm skipping ahead, but I know, Spurs tied Rochdale 2-2 today, and Danny Rose was out there starting. So, okay, overall, we've seen more from Danny Rose compared to Ben Davies. For me, the main issue is Serge Aurier, man. This guy has mental lapses
Yeah, he does.
at a position where you cannot afford it. What a stupid and reckless penalty kick to give away. He's been beaten, and he goes for the sliding tackle. I thought he should have been subbed off. Props to Pochettino for believing in him and keeping him on at that fullback position. But, I mean, I agree, man. Spurs, they need to sort these fullbacks out.
If we're talking about substitutions real quick, I wish we saw Son a little sooner. He came in the 83rd minute.
Agreed.
I wish we saw him at the 70th, 75th minute.
But
I
you
know
what,
it's-
Huss? Here's the thing. They were balling.
Yeah.
Spurs was at. I thought so
I just
too.
believe in
But
Son so much. I do.
But I give props to Pochettino for that. He's actually a game manager. He's observing what's happening in the game. Spurs is growing into it. Lamella, hell of a game.
Well, they got the goal in the 71st.
I mean, I have to give him props for
Look,
that.
I think to Huss's point, Son can give you that special unlock. Lamella, it's been a while. We haven't seen it. Lamella does have it in his game, but he's been hurt a year and a half. I think seeing Son earlier, they might have been able to maybe even pip the win. But to be fair, Lamella did play very well.
Bro, I was very impressed with him. I was very impressed with Moussa Dembele in the middle of the park. I think
you guys done fucking upgrading this guy.
the best central
Come on,
midfielder
man.
in this game.
Come on,
By
man.
far, man. He was controlling tempo, bodying up on fools,
He's
distributing.
a box to box. He just doesn't have enough
Dude,
goals in his
he
game.
looked great this game because he had so much time on the ball.
Dude, he
He
looks
he
great
looked, he
every
looked like
game,
a super.
man.
I know, he usually looks good, man, but he had so much time on the ball
No,
this
he
game.
did,
He looked like Beckenbach.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I mean?
that's
What do you do when you're on the ball, though?
You take it forward, you distribute, you go by a guy, you pass it off. No, he did his job brilliantly.
Yeah.
And I thought Dele Alli showed up again in the Champions League, getting the assist on the Harry Kane goal.
And it was a bounce back because apparently it was blamed for the Higuain first goal. People saying that Dele Alli should have marked him. Who knows? But he was able to show that bounce back ability by providing the assist, though.
And Wanyama, he's kind of turned into a super sub for Tottenham. He's doing really well coming off that bench for them. I don't know if Poch talked to him saying that Dembele has that spot or Dyer has that spot. You're coming off the bench from now on, but whenever he comes off the bench, he just gets right to work.
No, I think he's been hurt a long time. He's eventually going to take over for Dyer or get Dembele rotating again like last season because he should be on the pitch. Huh?
Wanyama played 1 minute this game though.
Yeah, but you know,
I see what you're saying.
But once he comes on, he just like settles things down. I don't know what it.
That was a tactical sub.
And I'm not just talking about. I'm not just talking about this one match.
Yeah,
I'm talking about all the others as well.
Just giving you a little grief, Bus.
And as for the Harry Kane clinicality, scores his chance when he rounds Buffon. Kind of had an off performance, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Really at fault for the Eriksen free kick that Dele Alli also won.
Mm-hmm.
But
point.
But that first set, he had a header point blank Harry Kane right at Buffon's chest. You know,
a couple cowish moments.
We try and call him clinical.
Definitely.
That was kind of cowish. Put it anywhere but at the goalie. Hit it straight down. It's in. But he recovers, rounds the goalie. Great goal. Buffon. I think is this his last year? You know.
Yeah, they'll probably start winding it up. I don't think they're in a rush to replace him unless they go straight for Donnarumma because I think they're probably going to want like an Italian guy. Like,
but can he cut it at
do
this
that.
level anymore?
Yeah, I think he can. He can. He's not the Buffon we used to know anymore, but he
Yeah.
can still cut it. Kind of like CR7.
FIFA
It's not
rating.
the same. What is he right now?
I don't know.
What's
your
your
FIFA rating is what I'm
My
asking.
FIFA rating for him?
If
Only
the
'cause of the
head's like
league.
a 92, 93.
All right. I'd give him like 86, 87.
I'd give him an 80. I'm kidding.
Whoa!
You know,
Did you say you were
83,
kidding?
83 is Kasper Schmeichel.
Is
As an
it?
83.
Dude, FIFA's on crazy, man.
no.
This is bullshit.
No, they rate goalies high. 88 is Lloris.
88.
What? Dude, Lloris is not an 88. That's bullshit.
He's had the best defense for like 3 years. He's bailed them out.
Lloris is like 86.
Captain Spurs.
No,
Lloris is
man.
86 to me. Buffon, 88.
I give United's best defensive
88.
record
Doesn't play
to more to
anyone
De
anymore.
Gea in the last 3 years. I give
De
him more
Gea's like a
credit.
90.
That's why he's
I give Spurs
Yeah.
back line more credit than I do Lloris.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
Google his highlights, man. We forget how many like.
Dude, he makes special saves, but he's
That's
so
what
beatable.
makes you an 88.
He's so beatable,
but he's
though.
not.
He is beatable.
He's so
not.
beatable, man.
I just
You guys are sleeping. Watch this guy's
to
highlights.
me, Lloris is like the 6th best goalie in the world. Doesn't quite make the top 5, but
No,
he's
he's
right
not-
there. He's on that bubble.
because he's not like doing like like cat dives. But
What
like,
it is
as far
he's-
as like
I mean,
Ter
reactions,
Stegen's
Man's
better.
got no
clean.
kick saves. Man's got no kick save game.
Dude.
Ter
You
Stegen's
always
better.
sleeping on this guy. It's
Man
not
Roll's
always.
better.
It's that one time.
Now you stay with the Spurs love. It's always Spurs
Because
love.
you guys,
with you.
as soon as you see Spurs, you're like, they suck. They
Nah,
suck.
I'm biased. Al's not when it comes to Spurs. I think he's making a legit point over here.
And I don't.
I'm just
Well,
critical.
I'm the third guy.
Okay,
We
rest of the
overrule
season-
you.
Biased, dude.
We overrule you, son.
Exactly. You can't be a biased judge.
Of course I
Rest
can.
of the season, let's keep a keen eye on Ugo.
Google
All
his
right.
highlights. I stay
Oh,
watching
highlights!
his-
Look at fucking Yanazai's highlights, all right? Yeah, he's brilliant.
But I'm saying Google his highlights from this season. This season. This
Okay.
season, just watch his special saves. And then last season, watch his special saves. Like, watch him in blocks. Don't watch his career highlights. Don't need that. Just watch him in blocks by
Watching his
season.
game by game, man. He's not good at claiming crosses. You know, he gets beat on easy saves
But
on
he
the ground.
does it.
Love
But
it.
he does it.
I've seen it.
Absolutely love it, man.
I'm not saying he can't do it,
All right.
but I'm not assured. Anyway,
So with Danny Rose not starting again for Champions League, I believe he started for the FA Cup that
He
we watched
did.
earlier.
He did.
He was all excited for that Harry Kane penalty. He was celebrating with the team. But if he's not going to play Champions League, is
Big
that just
orders.
another step towards Manchester United?
yeah, I think.
But
go
now
ahead.
with Luke Shaw, I don't think he's coming to United. You know, it's still possible he could. I mean, we got Luke Shaw, who looks like he's establishing his place. If we can sign another more experienced, maybe Patrice Evra, possibly to kind of fill that gap.
He's blowing bubbles.
I think he missed his chance to come to United. I think he might be stuck at Spurs until further notice.
Yeah.
Alright.
Man City, 4. Basel, 0.
Next game.
Right?
Next.
Just this team is just marching on, man.
Was Basel that good or that bad, or Man City that good?
Both.
Ooh. You know?
Both based on Man City. Gundogan nets himself a brace. David Silva, who?
Whenever I hear this team, I always think of Gordon Ramsay with the Basel. Instead of like he calls it the Basel, whatever.
Cool story.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bernardo
Solid
Silva and Aguero make it 3 goals in 10 minutes for City.
And that's game,
This
people.
team flying out. This is a City TCB. I don't know
Bro,
if
there
we
was
have
some
anything to say
nasty
here.
goals in this one, man. From the Gundogan Churl to the
Yup.
Bernardo Silva little lace left foot
Yup.
finish. Aguero from outside of the box. Come on, these guys are flying high.
Joe Aguero's shot wasn't even fair. Goal didn't even move. Granted, he was screened on the shot, But dude, Aguero's flying. He's flying right now. You can't drop this guy.
No.
Look, Pep cannot drop this guy.
Unfortunately, just a shout out for you fantasy players out there. He'll be playing in the Carabao Cup this weekend, so you might have to drop him for fantasy. But no,
I don't know.
Pep's going to ride this guy. Pep's absolutely going to ride this guy. Jesus is still recovering, so it would be different if Jesus was there.
And it's a knee injury he's coming back from, so you can't. It's not like a calf or a hand. Yeah, it's a knee.
The second biggest story besides the score and City marching on is that Sané coming back when everyone thought he was going to be out for a few more weeks.
Right.
He just, I mean, look, that's from being young, being fit. You think it's steroids?
They give him a little extra.
I think it's that
little
oil.
extra boost.
They pumped him with a little bit of oil.
And then, I don't know why you bring him on, though. You
Fitness.
Keep him in the mix.
Yeah,
Fitness.
it's fitness.
Get him as fit as possible. You got a cup final coming up. You got Champions League going.
Why the 57th minute? Why not?
Fitness.
But bring him on in the 70th.
No, maybe he's ready. Look, they do fitness tests and they decide, are we going to 30, 60,
But
90?
if they're pumping him with drugs the way you say, then...
Nah, look, I was joking because Tom loves to
I'm not
throw
joking.
those accusations out.
Yep.
Anytime
He's going to get some
someone
sort of
bounce back.
hormone boost or some steroid for his
Or
muscles.
he's just in that
to
shape.
recover.
If he's been in shape since he was 10 years old,
Yeah.
obviously his immune system bounces back faster than it would for us regular
A little
folk.
blood
Yeah.
doping, get him that couple extra minutes.
Look,
You're
it
talking
could
about,
be,
Huss.
though. I'm not going to sit here and say that's impossible. Until I hear proof.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
keep it
reckless.
moving.
Like, we are half-heartedly kidding, but
Yeah.
we know this is an issue in the world of football.
For sure.
Bigger note on this game, other than the game itself. Man City, definitely going to go through the quarterfinals now after this. Do they have a decent chance? The quadruples out there, the Carabao Cup, EPL, FA Cup, and now the
They
Champions
already
League.
have one cup locked down.
Now,
There
they're
you go.
losing Arsenal, so nope, out.
Premier
No,
League.
they're not.
Yeah, they have the Premier League
League's
locked
premature.
down.
That was what we're talking about.
All right, well, I got real defensive right there.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah, so
But I mean-
he's like that beaten wife, dude. Just
Pel-
always flinching.
Yeah, I got that syndrome right now.
2 years ago, we saw Pellegrino
Sip on some Pellegrino.
make it all the way to the semifinals with this Man City team. I think they have a better chance this year. Obviously, better unit,
Dude.
more cohesive. I mean, they could put a serious run together and at least challenge Real Madrid.
With luck of the draw, if they somehow avoid Barcelona and PSG, this team could be in the finals. On any given day,
You
they
mean
could
Madrid?
beat a Bayern.
Most
yeah,
likely.
sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Or Madrid, yeah. PSG, yeah, it's up in the air because both teams, are newbies to that. Real Madrid and Barcelona, avoid those two. This team could be in the final.
What about Bayern, though?
But I'm saying, like,
Those
Bayern's a
three,
team
those
they
are the
could...
big dogs.
Not
What about
even.
Liverpool,
Bayern's
though?
a team that can be beat.
The only team that beat him.
That can be beat.
beat.
In the Champions League, they can be, dude. There's no, obviously Bayern is always a team you have to worry about, but why did Pep get fired in Germany?
No Champions League.
Win a Champions
No
But
Champions League. So
who's
what I'm saying is...
coaching Bayern now.
Dope.
Yup.
Cool.
That boy,
Cool.
yup.
But that belief comes from self-belief, not from pedigree belief of Barcelona and Real Madrid who've
You
run
see
it the
how
last 10
Yup
years.
has got Thomas Muller balling now? I'm just saying,
Balling, but they've
include
lost.
Bayern in Barcelona and Madrid, and you're saying
Nah,
not.
I'm saying Man City, Pep Guardiola managing against his old club Bayern Munich has a much better shot than him going against Barcelona or Real Madrid. That's
Isn't
what I'm saying.
Barcelona his old club as well?
No, it is, but there's Messi, bro. Whack the life.
Okay.
Suarez, Messi.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
Frank Ribery, man.
and Ronaldo and
Alright.
Bale, and it's just talent. Whereas Bayern is still a teamwork,
Robin
team movement
Ribery.
They
thing.
get a couple fossils.
Thiago, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Champions League,
Hummels,
Champions
Nicolas
League,
Schüller,
yeah, Hummels, Champions League,
Toro Vidal.
Schüller, Neuer, Champions League,
Experience, mate.
100%, but not
Experience.
in this Champions League tournament. Is my point.
What, I'm
recent
talking about
time.
past.
No, in the recent 5 years, has Bayern killed it in the Champions League? No, they keep
No.
crashing out.
But because that didn't have Yup. Last time they won a treble, they had Yup.
But
I'm
they-
saying that's a factor.
They had the best manager of all time, and
Bring it up.
not of all time.
Bring it up.
They had Guardiola, and they couldn't.
Sleeping,
they
bro.
couldn't
Don't
get
sleep
past
on
these
Bayern
clubs.
like this. They're
it up.
big dogs. They're definitely
Yup.
big dogs.
Well, that's also it's whether now Neuer comes back from injury. If
Who's
he's
Neuer? Older?
If he gets in, if he's between the posts for Bayern, different game altogether.
Good point, Bus.
FC Porto 0, Liverpool 5. Mane finally gets his release. Hat trick for him.
Round of
Hey.
applause for Mane. Finally back.
Huss, you want to read the rest of the notes on this game?
I don't have to read any notes.
Read the notes.
Nobody cares. Liverpool sucks.
I can't see them from here. I don't have my.
It's 2 feet away.
I know I don't have my glasses. Nobody cares. Who wrote that one? You?
Oh yeah.
Oh, lovely. Dude, man, this was such a great game from a Liverpool fan's point of view with Mane, Firmino, Salah, all firing, all just like...
Lucky.
I don't.
All
no,
luck.
Dude,
Complete
stop
luck
with that.
of the draw.
The goalie sucked balls. Come on, let's be honest, bro. You got Iker Casillas, man's experience in Champions League, sitting on the bench. This goalie's fumbling, bumbling. Come on, bruh.
Dude,
I'm not saying it was
defense was fumbling.
give Liverpool some credit, but damn, man, goalie gave you guys this game.
I
How
forget
many errors does he need to make, dog? A 4.2, son?
Look,
God.
don't act like Porto hasn't been flying because they've been, especially
Okay,
at home.
they were
Champions
undefeated,
League.
right? They were undefeated. Apparently in the Portuguese league, but
Again, Champions League, man. It's a different stage. You could tell the goalie he had big stage blues.
But this-
Mane was shooting anything on target was causing this guy an issue.
the third goal
going
was
in.
vicious. The
But
third
this
goal by Mane
is
was
the
vicious.
was
type
vicious,
of game that Sadio needed. This
Yes.
is the game that
Okay.
might unleash the dragon. This is the
Whoa.
game that
Shout out to
everyone's been
Cisco.
waiting for because if Salah and
Cisco.
Mane both start firing at all areas of the field with Firmino between them, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, you might get fourth place in the league. If you
keep it up. We're gonna get second because United's dropping points quick.
I hope not.
yeah.
I won't be able to sleep all summer if that happens.
I'm gonna keep bringing it up. I mean, that's the type of league we're in too. Saying, "Oh, we're gonna get second."
I think the big thing
Stupid
here
city.
is Liverpool actually keep a clean sheet on the big stage, as well as Mane getting his confidence-boosting hat trick. You know, you had, I think, your strongest defensive lineup. I mean, Alexander-Arnold, maybe not, but I mean, in Lovren,
He's
so
been
who
balling
knows?
in Champions
But,
League.
but,
Arnold's
Van,
been balling.
but Van Dijk and Robertson played this game. Lovren played well, you know, uncharacteristically, and you get Hendo in there.
And forget about Hendo. Let's talk about James Milner, leading Champions League in assists, leading all players in assists. Because James Milner
Time out.
is the truth. He's
How
the
many-
realist. He's
How
top
many-
5 in the world.
How many? Did you,
Too much, bro. You just crossed the line. Someone's got to stop you.
how many did he have before this game?
He had 5. He got 1 this game,
He has 6.
Oh wow!
so now he has 6.
Wow.
And
Okay, so he's doing work.
Who's in second?
I thought
Second is Delhi with 4. De
Look
Bruyne
at
with
England.
4.
Oh,
Mertens with 3. Neymar with
This is
England
the
is
English
back.
resurgence.
It is.
100%, bro.
and
Sit down, Italy. Italy is just buckling.
Sit down,
Left and right.
Spain.
Look, Barca and Real Madrid, you still have a shot. Everyone else,
Sevilla's
sure,
in here
Atletico,
now, but like Atletico, they
but, like,
kind of.
It's back to being England versus Spain again.
Yeah, England
You
versus
know?
Barca and Madrid. It's back to that.
But I mean, Spurs doing work against Italy's best team, coming
Dude,
back
that was
away.
so joyous.
Man City blasting. It was Basel, granted, and Porto again is Porto. But I mean, English clubs taking no quarter.
And Basel
Just
has given
blasting
English
teams.
teams some troubles in the past. I know they've beaten
Basel
Man
and
United.
United, yeah.
They've beaten United
Pains in
twice,
the ass.
like previously. So you never know.
But when you see this type of game right here, this is why you have to question Coutinho leaving for Barcelona, only getting 25 minutes a match whenever you play. Look, he's not starting.
He's not fully fit.
Dude, he just showed up.
Oh,
He
stop
just got
that.
there. If you watch
Stop
Barcelona
that. I
play,
have.
the magic is there, bro. It's only a matter of time
What I'm
before
saying
they
is
lead.
he could have went in the summertime because
He didn't want to.
Mental.
but
He
for
was checked
Coutinho,
out.
he should have stayed with Liverpool till the summer because this team with
'Cause that's
Salah,
what you
Mane,
wanted.
Firmino,
He wants
should've stayed 'cause
trophies.
that's what
he
you
wants
wanted.
trophies.
Dude, he's about to win
Get
a
outta
La
here.
Liga title
Trophies are-
this year.
Copa
No,
del Rey.
I don't know
League
if you can
doesn't-
count that for Coutinho.
Dude, it
He's
doesn't
on the
matter.
bench. He's not starting. He
he's-
came in halfway
Dude,
through
he
the
came in
year.
and he scored a goal the other day from Suarez, looping it over
That's
in the
it.
Champions League. Not Champions League.
because
Copa.
he's not allowed.
Man's
Not
chilling
allowed,
in
right?
warm weather eating paella, bruh.
Speaking his
He's tired of
language,
fish and
you know what I
chips.
mean?
He's tired of that bull.
Firmino speaking the language. But I mean, altogether, you got to be happy with Liverpool if
No, you don't. No, you
if you're
don't.
rooting for them.
No,
Yeah.
you
Everything
don't.
went well.
Not really.
Firmino's
Get that out.
Firmino's celebration
I ain't
again is
happy
top
for
notch.
shit.
Firmino has the best celebration.
Why would I be
Yeah,
happy?
sure.
With
Well,
the
Okazaki,
flying,
yeah,
like
although
spinning
Okazaki had
round,
the best.
round
Dude,
up.
did you see the response to that or the tag? Mane was mocking it, not like matching each one of his celebrations.
Oh yeah.
So when he was doing the gun thing, Mane was doing the gun thing. When he was doing that kick he did, Mane tried to do the kick. We'll throw that up on our social media. It's hilarious. Mane just trying to be the new Coutinho.
Well, no, because it goes back to last year actually with Mane because when they celebrate Firmino, Coutinho, and Mane.
No.
Mane actually got into it in an interview. Was like, yeah, they were telling me just do this and do this. I didn't know what to do. They're like, yeah, just stand there and that cool. Because like you would see those photos with all three of them just kind of like cross their arms and just like pose to the camera.
too
Well,
funny.
it sounds like there's good camaraderie in that Liverpool locker room.
Coming together. Good timing. All right, so this week coming up, we got the other set of round of 16 games. We got Chelsea, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Besiktas, Sevilla United, and Shakhtar versus Roma.
Oh, barn burner there at the end. Shakhtar, Roma.
Yeah,
Let's
man,
go.
we're gonna lose either PSG or Real Madrid, but Shakhtar or Roma are
Dude,
gonna
get
go
Neymar
through.
out of
This is
here
so
early.
great.
Later.
He's the next
Later.
dude. He's the
I
next
love
Later.
Ballon d'Or.
Later.
Who do you
Yeah,
like?
and no, he is, man, but I got Madrid
You're
all
not
the
a
way.
fan?
Come
All
on.
right.
Who do you
I
like?
love
CR7?
Neymar.
All
I love
okay.
Neymar.
I was about to
and
say,
everything.
who do you like more, Messi or Neymar?
Oh, Neymar, 1,000%.
Yeah, me too,
More
bro.
a million. Infinity? Is that an option? But no, as far as I just love the chaos this is going to cause by PSG going out early. If they do end up going out, because Neymar's brought in, he's not leaving until we win the Champions League. He already wants to leave. Apparently, there's rumors of him leaving. So going out so early,
It's dangerous.
it's just going to
Might
cause
be
a whole bunch of
Payet-
problems.
Payet situation here. The juicy matchup, obviously, for this week is Chelsea-Barcelona. Can Conte put this together for 2 legs
Nope.
to pip the biggest upset in Champions League history?
Since the final, or since the semifinal against
Yeah.
Barca back in 2012. Great stat, fun fact for this game. Young Lionel Messi is currently going 5 games without a goal, all competitions.
Thirsty.
Second time this season that's happened. And also versus Chelsea, in his career, he has no goals against Chelsea in 8 attempts.
Man's about to
8
unleash.
attempts,
You know
no
what
goals
that
against.
release,
He's coming
man.
in. He's coming in on a drought. 5 games. Bad voodoo. You're going away to Stamford Bridge first game.
That's a messy drought. That's a messy
scored at
drought right there.
5,
Remember
yeah.
they said
Dude,
the same
this
thing
guy
about
shouldn't be-
Buffon? He never scored on Buffon before. Man bangs in 2 goals. Come on, bruh. You know he's a bad boy. He's going to do bad things.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Chelsea kind of getting it back together in the FA Cup this weekend, but it's going to be a great matchup. And then, Besiktas, Bayern.
TCB.
PCB.
that's nothing. That's
Sevilla
TCB.
United away, though, is going to be tough for the Reds.
Yeah, that's a tricky matchup, man. That could easily go either way, especially with the the reported rift between Pogba, Jonesy, and Mourinho. Jonesy, read that today. Apparently, after the Newcastle game, there was a bit of locker room bust up. I'm not sure, what the details.
Pull your weight, man!
But they're saying that's part of the reason Jones wasn't included in the FA Cup squad. Neither was Pogba, although they say Pogba's sick.
Okay, let me try
Sick and
make
tired
sense
of
this.
Jose.
Was there a bust up between Phil Jones and Pogba, or was
It's
Mourinho?
unclear if it was
Okay.
2v1 Pogba and Jones
Okay.
disagreeing with Mourinho, or especially Jones. Jones has been a solid defender this year. I could see
Always
dropping
making trouble,
Smalling.
Phil Jones. Always making trouble.
Is it Phil Jones or is it Jose?
But Jose loves Phil Jones this season, especially. He's been playing him
Yeah.
nonstop. As long as he's fit, he's in the team. I can see it being between Pogba and
It could be between Pogba and Jones
Jonesy.
because when that goal went in at Newcastle, Jones was caught yelling at the midfield. Not sure who. I thought
Man,
the
Phil
one that
Jones-
Richie scored. I thought it was Lingard's man.
Yeah.
Oh man, Phil
Lingard
Jones out
didn't
here
track.
scoring own goals. Pogba must be like, yo, wrong net,
It
bro.
could have easily been that. Hands down, it
know
could have
what I mean?
It's
easily
tense,
been
man.
like
It's
who
a
are you
tense
to
time of
say
year.
some. It's super tense, and the manager doesn't help either. Because he's a guy who at any point could kick a water bottle. You know what I mean? Like everything's cool until United's not playing well, and this dude starts to throw people around, throw toys around. Mkhitaryan caught that heat. If United was playing well, Mkhitaryan would have survived till the summer. Then they would have decided what to do.
Schweinsteiger caught that heat.
Bust him right away. Get
It's
the
vicious
F
out there.
out. So we'll see what happens, man. Sevilla is a nightmare matchup, in my opinion. I'd rather play someone tougher where you know.
Like Porto.
Roma.
Shots fired.
But I mean,
no,
like-
like Roma, where you know, okay, like this team has pedigree. Our team won't, underestimate them. But Sevilla can easily be like mistakenly underestimated.
Well, Ben
Hell
Yedder
yeah.
being the 6th highest scorer for Champions League right now.
He's nice.
Actually, he's tied for 4th with Salah, Mane, and Cavani and Neymar. So look, I mean, Sevilla.
He's amongst some elites.
Sevilla is one of those tricky matchups
So
where
tricky.
they can look. You start with Liverpool. One half, they let up 3 goals. The next half, they get 3 goals back. And it's just once they flip a switch and they stop passing the ball around with purpose,
Yeah.
they are very dangerous.
Well,
team.
if they still have Nasri, they're gonna lose. Dude's bad juju.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that guy.
dude's bad
with all my
juju.
heart.
He's not on that team. I thought is he? I thought Nasri was.
That's what I said. If they still have him,
No.
they will lose.
Quick
Cool.
quick predictions here. Chelsea Barca. Barca? Who's Barca? Chelsea Barca.
Barcelona.
First leg.
That was the softest Barcelona.
I will say. I'm gonna say 2-2, dude. Conte
First
with that
leg?
3-4-3. Yeah, I think Barca gets 2 important away goals.
I say 2-1 Barca, even though I want them to lose.
Cool.
I say Chelsea doesn't score this game. 2-0, Barca.
Cool.
It's going to be a 2-2 draw.
2-2.
I like that.
And Nasri
Zimmy.
is current team. I can't say, so definitely not.
Okay.
Oh, it's Superliga.
Okay, good.
And
They got a chance.
Yeah,
Oh,
last
he's
support.
in Greece.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on
Or
a
is it
shit.
Turkish?
Yeah, he's on a shit team over in Turkey. Yeah,
Yeah, Turkey.
yeah. I can't believe it. They're in like 9th, 10th place.
Nah, I could believe it.
Sevilla's
Dude,
got
what
a
are you
wasn't
doing
about
there, man? He didn't go to
training.
Besiktas.
He didn't
you
have
know?
training.
He didn't go to Galatasaray.
They didn't want him, dude. They didn't want him. The dude's career sliding has all the
that blonde
talent in
hair?
his
Guy
world.
sucks.
But he has no
hate him.
mental whatsoever.
Needed a little Fergie treatment in his youth
Little
days.
bit.
Could have made it.
Get
Should have
somebody
never left
thrown at
Arsenal,
him.
son. Should have
Nah,
never
he
left.
shouldn't have.
Should have never gone to
Shouldn't
Arsenal. Should have came to United. Even though
He would have been a
Still
cancer.
probably would have failed.
probably
FA Cup 5th round was also this weekend.
Emirates FA Cup. Come on.
That's right.
Arsenal FA Cup.
The hell's that all about?
You all set? You
Yeah,
good?
you guys want to bring
Actually, no. There was a
Emirates?
there was a foul. Someone said Arsenal. There was a foul on the field. All right, appreciate it.
Chelsea 4, Hull City Tigers 0. TCB game here. Willian showing Conte over and over and over why he should be starting one of the first names of the team sheet, especially with his chemistry with Hazard. But Pedro gets himself a goal as well, showing why he should as well be on this team.
Both those guys should play against Barcelona.
Willian definitely should.
Look, it's hard because then where do you put Hazard?
Hazard and
What's your
Willian.
formation?
Up top.
Center
That's
forward?
The worst
Can't.
idea.
No.
I don't know.
You play.
First of all, I
Giroud.
think Giroud has to play because of his
Yeah.
size. He has to play because of his size.
Him and PK gonna be matched up right away.
Right away, you knock one of those center backs. No, he's going to be the 6'4" guy they just signed.
Yamina?
Barcelona.
He's in coming right
Not
away. You
Yamina,
think?
Yeah.
He's been
Mina.
playing. He's been
Mina.
playing Mina. Yeah, he's like 6'4".
Got
So
TT too up in there.
TT plays as well. So but at least Giroud, he's going to occupy one center back, be able to roll him, play off him.
Chelsea
flick
need that. That's
aside.
when they're at their best. When they have a strong
Exactly.
physical striker. Going back to Didier Drogba, Diego Costa. There's supposed to be
There's a
Morata,
formula.
but his back hurts. So
Let
My back hurts.
let the wingers do their thing. Let Hazard do his thing on the wing. William will give you more work rate, but
Willian has
he'll
pedigree
also
as
give
well.
you that
Yeah.
that industry on the ball and off the ball. And I think Giroud would be a good starter up front.
dude, don't sleep on Azpilicueta. Loves playing that diagonal ball.
That's his money
And
ball.
That he's gotten himself some assists. That is a very underrated tactic of Chelsea.
That's how Morata got his first 3 goals with headers.
Yep.
It was that long ball over the top, and he flicked it over the
Mhm.
goalkeeper. So he's been trying to do that with Giroud, and they're working it out.
100%.
Giroud, one of the best traps, second best chest trap in the world behind Marwan Fellaini.
His flicks and tricks.
Flicks
Come
and tricks are on. So
Quick-
those are on.
Quick question for you guys.
Shoot.
Granted, now Willian looks like he's in the team at Chelsea. There was a while there. He looked like he was out of the team.
Yep.
We were both calling for him at United. I think any club would be lucky to have this guy, but since we got Sanchez, it's like we don't need any more wingers, right?
Yeah.
But who would you? Sanchez, Willian.
Come on, bro.
I'm just saying, man, because they're different styles. You know
Different
what I mean?
styles, different pedigrees, different abilities.
That hat
different
too tight, bruh.
classes. Come on, bro. Sanchez all day, every day. I love Willian. I wish he was at United. That's my boy. Sanchez, day in, day out. It has to be.
I don't know, man.
He's got that Arsenal sank on him. But
I'm just saying
he's
it's
still a
tough when
baller.
you look at what they bring to the field. I mean, Sanchez has the X Factor wild card, score you crazy goals.
Boom! You just
That's
made,
it,
you just
that's
won the
all we
argument.
want.
Dude, but he
Just won
loses.
the argument.
But he loses the ball a lot.
But he
like
fights
he tried,
for it.
Sounds like you're arguing against yourself.
That's
Try and boil down the debate here.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Look,
William rarely loses the ball, works his ass off.
but he disappears. He takes games off. Sanchez, whether he doesn't score or not, he's in the game. Whether he's dribbling too much,
Look what he's
asking
done for
the ball
Chile.
too much.
Look what he's done for Arsenal.
He won him a freaking what's
Two.
it called?
Copa de America.
Yeah,
Cooper.
Over that
All right,
Argentina.
just a question.
Argentina over Brazil, Chile doing work in there out of nowhere.
Al, you
Look,
just
no,
got
Al.
battered on that question.
It was a question.
I know you
Yeah,
just got
battered.
battered.
What am I, Cape Fish and Chips?
But this, I mean, look
Something
how
like
many
Getting
players.
battered?
I mean, you even have Fabregas going against Barcelona. Seeing maybe,
Dude.
does he still have it? It could be a
Dude.
personal look in the mirror
Hurting
moment.
his buddies or giving another back heel.
Yeah, back
And
heel,
then-
top of the 18.
And also, Conte. We're going to really see what he's made of. Is he world class? We're going to find out.
That-
against
Dude,
Barcelona.
that's a great shout.
Great point, son. Great point.
This is the biggest stage Conte has ever been tested against. You know, trying to
Euro?
manage the Barcelona midfield. Yeah, Barcelona specifically, because he's been in the Euros. before. But
Chelsea. Go ahead.
with Chelsea.
Are you about this life? N'Golo
Can
Kante.
you shut down the midfield and allow guys like Willian, Hazard, Giroud do the
Remember
work?
when Chelsea did beat Barcelona? They had Ramirez in
Frank
there.
Lampard.
They had that number
Brazilian.
7. So Kante, you never know. He might break through and chip the goalie, son.
Yeah,
Ter
that's
Stegen,
true.
watch
I
out.
remember that.
Yeah.
Ramirez all of a sudden was silk.
Amazing.
Silk mastery.
Beautiful goal.
Does Moses start on the right side?
Yeah,
Right
probably.
wing back. I mean,
Should.
Zappa Costa's not garbage. Garbage offensively. He doesn't bring that same dynamicism. Defensively, Italian, of course, he's going to be locked down. Has to be Moses. And if Alonso's healthy, it has to be Alonso on the other side.
Agreed.
Moses, I think, can really catch Barcelona.
Chelsea.
On the heels.
Chelsea next 3 games, man. This is scary for them. Barca, then United, then City in the league.
Oy. And then Barca again.
And then
second
Barca
leg.
again.
Oy.
So this could be the end of Conte. If he loses
be.
all 4, man, like if he
it
gets
could be.
blown out, like it could be
Absolutely.
bad, man. It's gonna be ugly. But they play Leicester in the next round of the FA Cup. They move on past Hull City, and I was just announced today that Ryan Mason, former Hull City, mainly Spurs boy. I think you had some beef with him, Hussey.
No. I mean,
Anyway,
I feel bad
Yeah.
for this guy. I mean,
R.I.P. Ryan Mason. He's not dead, but
No,
he had to
no, he's
retire.
retired.
To his career.
you can't say R.I.P. to the guy that's not
I
dead.
can say whatever I want, man. This is a podcast. I can say whatever the fuck.
You
whatever the
built
heck
it
I
up
want.
like the guy died. He just retired. Thankfully, he didn't.
You made us feel so guilty for that. Like,
No.
yeah,
I
you had
already
beef
knew.
with
I
him
already-
too.
No. I
Fuck
already-
Before he went to his
I hate Ryan
grave.
Mason.
No,
This guy stinks.
No.
Hey man, yeah, he had to retire due to a concussion sustained
Move on.
against Chelsea a year ago against
Good.
Tim Cahill, Gary Cahill. So sad stuff for him, man. 26 years old, had to hang out the boots.
Yeah, that's tough.
Rough going there.
Actually, last time when oh no, never mind. I thought it was Barcelona that Chelsea came back to beat, but it was PSG with David Luiz. I was wondering if you're gonna bring back David Luiz just to get
Keep
ahead
him off the field. If Chelsea won any shot at winning this tie
Especially
against Barcelona,
Especially against Suarez.
he's too reckless.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, watch your legs. Nuts.
Step on his nuts.
No, but he got nutmegged twice in the Champions
I
League. Remember
remember.
that game?
No. I
The
do.
PSG?
Oh, I do.
I got-
There
you
was
got-
one where he like swung for the ball as hard as he could, and Suarez just toe poked it through
They
his
both,
legs.
they both
It
led
was
the goals.
vicious.
Oh, yeah,
He
it
got
was
scored on
vicious.
twice, getting nutmegged twice.
Not surprised.
I still got love for Sideshow Bob.
I
got
love
you, David Luiz.
David Luiz. David?
I think he needs to go like Spain or back to France.
He's a more
somewhere where
skilled
it's
Phil
less
Jones.
Come
stress.
to Arsenal,
Less
son.
defensive stress.
Play D mid for us.
That'd be sick.
That would be
That's how he plays in FIFA.
That's not bad.
Better than El
Savage.
Nene.
That's not bad. Yeah, let's
Savage
move him
right
up.
El Nini.
That's not bad. Huddersfield 0, Man United 2. Lukaku doing work left on right. A bit
Clinical
of
finish.
clinical action here. Clinical game for him.
Looked a little goofy when he was in 1-on-1, but you know what? Get the job done.
Take that, Professor X. Go to hell. Charles Xavier.
Took it so personal.
Oh
We
man.
went to the Man United bar for this one, downtown Boston. You guys want to shout out the name? Because I won't.
McGann's Pub and Grill.
Yep. So we're in there enjoying the atmosphere. Well, these Man U fans were. I was getting harassed. Wore my Arsenal Ozil jersey down there. Try to get some chants going. Almost got
Gross.
jumped. But I made it out alive.
Loved how whenever they celebrated throughout the whole game, they just put the hands up so you couldn't see the TV at all. It's like
Yeah,
that's
Huss
very
was
effective,
sitting
bro.
down with his
No.
hands folded neatly on his lap.
No, I
watching the
wasn't.
game. Yeah,
No.
freaking bar, dude. Of course, arms are gonna go up.
No.
They only
I
have
just turned to the
45
TV where
TVs on
people-
every single wall to look at.
Exactly,
Oh, I
dude.
couldn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't want to have my back to the crowd. You don't know if you're gonna get stabbed.
Well, as a scouser.
Easy there, Al Capone. I think this game is, Lukaku, 2 clinical finishes, either side of halftime, but the Juan Mata disallowed goal for VAR. VAR exists, VAR. It exists for things that are almost obvious, but no one saw it, so you go back to it. This was such a fine margin on this offside. There
you
was no
gotta
need
do
for
it.
VAR.
I
know,
know
you have
there
to.
there is a need specifically for this because it was a goal. If it wasn't a goal, no need for
No,
VAR.
I'm saying either way. it was that tight. The guy,
But that's why
the linesman was sure he had the
This
call
is
right.
what
He
happens
didn't,
when
he
you
didn't
open
call
up
for it.
Pandora's box.
Yeah, but like that's what VAR is there for calls that are so close that you can't just assume the linesman got it right. That's why the TV's there to help
Dude,
you.
how many calls in the game are close? Almost
Here-
all of them. You
here's
know
how
what I
to-
mean? These are for the ones that are like, dude, I don't know.
But this
I
one,
don't know.
Nah, I think
let me
it's- okay, go ahead, go ahead.
shut this down right now. Now the NFL reviews every single time there's a touchdown. Do the same thing in soccer.
No.
Every time there's a goal, VAR.
No.
Make sure, unless it's It's a PK,
I'm
obvious.
I don't like
but
that.
for the most part, every time there's a goal, VAR.
Dude, we
Get
watched
it
the
right.
replay anyway.
Yeah.
So you might as well review it right there.
Exactly.
This was the right
So-
call for VAR, man. It was so tight.
I
It
hate
looked
this
like
shit, man. You can't every goal gonna have VAR.
You should. Why
Why
not?
not,
It takes
dude?
a couple seconds.
So we're gonna score. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna wait. It's gonna destroy the whole feeling of the
fucking
game.
celebrate just like NFL. You celebrate, then they be like,
NFL fucking sucks.
stop celebrating,
That's
bro.
true.
Come back.
It's a double
NFL
celebration.
Sucks.
Must
Who
have-
enjoys? Who gets excited about watching an
No, but-
NFL game?
Yeah, that's why we do.
It kills the whole.
Did you just say
yeah,
who
I'm
gets
not-
excited watching an NFL game? What?
Yeah, 100 million people watched it.
Millions and millions
Look,
and millions.
it's not.
and millions
It's not
of people.
exciting.
No,
What?
but
It's rarely exciting. It's slow. It's tedious. You're waiting. It's
for us, it's not. But for someone who grew up watching it, dude, it's the most watched sport in America.
People who watch
I'm not,
futsal
I'm not
think
saying.
soccer
I'm not
is
saying it's not
a
popular.
little
I'm
bit
not
slow.
saying it's not
Yeah.
watched. I'm saying it's not exciting.
I'm with you. I
Listen
don't
to,
find
listen
that
to
as
the, listen to
exciting.
the anchors in the studio.
Al,
They'll say
for
the same
us,
shit.
it's not. But you ask a
It's a
guy who's a
subjective
hardcore
thing.
football guy, he'll say it
Yeah.
is exciting watching some guy run 100 miles an hour and take someone out.
I want to take a
Some
poll.
people love it.
We got to hit the streets.
Dude,
to
let's
take a
do
poll.
it. It's the most watched sport, which means people find it entertaining and exciting.
I'm just
Some
with-
people do. I
entertaining
don't.
versus exciting.
This
No,
is
this
different
man.
things.
Those catches last minute. The playoffs were pretty exciting, bro. The playoffs
Yes.
were pretty exciting.
Very exciting.
Out of
It's-
4 hours of play, maybe 5 minutes of
Al,
excitement.
I'm never gonna
Here's the
defend
thing.
the NFL. I do a soccer podcast. I don't give a shit about the NFL, but like I'm telling you, in this room we all agree, but outside this room it might be different.
It's
I
just
know. I
subjective,
think it's
man.
exciting.
It's like,
Yeah, it's
I don't like
subjective.
pancakes.
Some people say
Let's take a
soccer
poll.
is lame.
Who doesn't like pancakes?
Some people say
fair,
0-0 and
might.
soccer is lame. It's a boring sport. They're always diving, and it's like, no, dude. If you actually watch the
no,
sport,
but
you know it's
I'm on
not.
their side. It has potential to be boring.
And-
Not every,
just like
every
every
game is
sport.
exciting.
Yeah.
Waffles
At
are
least
better
it's
than
fluid.
pancakes.
At least it's not
No.
stop, go, stop, go, stop, go.
Yeah,
Waffles way better than pancakes.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
You know, there's
yeah,
yeah, they are.
yeah.
I like meatball subs.
But
personally.
look, it didn't matter whether you got that goal or not, anyways, because Huddersfield's defense had no answers for United's passing and through balls and movement off the ball, everything.
Come on, let's
I
not
don't know
pretend
about
like
that,
Man
yeah.
United was Man City out
Dude,
there
we
with the
packed it
excitement,
in.
bro.
No, but when they attacked, there was probably a good 6 or 7
Okay.
times I was like, oh, these are goals. All of them are goals.
Here's the issue
They
with Man
messed up a
United,
few
bro.
times, but
It's the tempo of the build-up. It's just so slow. It's just like, so when you're right, they look
But-
dangerous when they went
But it
forward.
reminded me of Chelsea when
It's just
Jose was
slow.
there. Sit back, when you get the ball, boom, go.
But they
And
didn't
when-
go.
Yes, they did. There was a few times that they did.
A few times.
Yes, but
Counterattacks.
when they did get that counterattack and when they were pushing, Sanchez had a few through balls to Lukaku that were really nice.
Dude, United had 5 shots total.
Yeah.
So let's not get carried away and say these counterattacks were so fluid. Like, we had maybe 1 or 2 counterattacks in 90 minutes. The rest of the time, we
But
won
look
the
at how
ball
efficient
and
they
knocked
were.
it around. Yeah, you can call efficiency, dude, but you're giving away 19 shots to Hudders. And we were bailed out by
But that's
some
Jose.
good saves.
That's Jose for you.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but
not
that's-
at this level, though. This
mentality's
is
the
too
issue.
much. This
That's-
is too much. It's never. You should never be outshot by more than 10 shots to Huddersfield. If we were playing any other team, maybe even Everton, I could sort of understand why these stats. It's Huddersfield, dude. Like, they shouldn't have possession and total shots.
It was Professor X in the state. He had his mind games going. He had get out of my head, Charles.
Had that
you
little
know?
helmet in.
He had his, you gotta get your helmets on when you play Huddersfield. But United faced Brighton in the next round. Moving on. Easier foe. Brighton Hove Albion.
Rochdale to Tottenham to.
Oh my
Show
goodness.
goddess.
We hate Tottenham. 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 We are the Tottenham haters. All right. Yeah, kind of messed it up at the end
Tripped
there.
up.
That's all right though. But Toby Alderweireld,
So did the Spurs.
the
Trip up at
Spurs.
the end.
They did.
The
Could you just say
Spurs.
so didn't Spurs? Why do you have to put the there?
Stinking of Dallas.
Spurs.
Toby Alderweireld makes his return to the squad. Bro, this guy really have a 25 million release clause, and with 1 year left on his contract. I mean,
It's been reported.
sheesh.
That's amateur. That should have been locked up. Maybe they were waiting for him to recover from injury, but that in a World Cup year, you cannot leave this guy this
But
exposed.
this is the type of guy that Liverpool really need to double down
Absolutely.
on. Because, look, maybe this is the type of guy that they saw a contract coming up and they didn't go for anyone besides Van Dijk. Because, look, we get Van Dijk, we get that guy. Fine, we'll throw 75 mil because if we can get this
Dude,
guy for
all of a sudden,
25,
here's,
you never know.
Here's the lowdown on the contract. So his contract runs until 2019, but Tottenham have an option to extend it by a year. And if they do so, they trigger a release clause allowing the Belgian to leave for £25 million during a 2-week period at the end of the summer transfer window.
Okay, 2 weeks.
2019. So there's a lot of kind of fine
Okay, the
print
release
there.
clause is 2019, last 2 weeks of
if
that
they,
window.
If they extend it
don't.
by a year.
Wow.
That's
just
weird shit, right?
extended by 4
25.
years.
Yeah,
There's still 2 weeks where you can
should
get
tear
25.
this one up
Yeah.
and sign a new one with a $100 million clause.
100%.
He shouldn't sign that, by the way. If they want to throw a $100 million tag on him, he should not. He should stick with this 25 mil. Gives him all the leverage.
I don't know why players don't insist that more often.
Because they give you more money. That's all they say.
But, I mean, at the same time, that's what China's going through with Liverpool right now. They want a release clause. Liverpool said no. So, China's like, you know what? I'm not signing. Hey, you know what?
Yeah, John, look, a release clause can have two benefits. It can, benefit the player because it makes a price, like, public to other clubs.
If you're on Arsenal.
And it benefits the club if you throw...
I'm just going to know. Let's keep it pushing. Let's just keep it pushing.
I'm going to try push through.
Nah, I'm not going to bite. Let's just keep it pushing.
Or it benefits the club by overvaluing a player, by putting a $100 million price tag on a player who's not clearly worth that much. So... players want it there to make sure that any club can come in and get him if they're in trouble. Like Chan would probably want somewhere along 40 million. Someone could easily
Probably
come
wants
in.
30.
Even 30. The lower the better for the player because it means at any point any other club can come in and rescue you from a bad situation. But the club will want to hire one because they don't want to be that exposed. But anyway, back to Rochdale, worst team in League One. Take the lead through Captain Ian Henderson. This dude's been doing work in
Top goal
in the
scorer.
FA Cup.
I think he's got 6 now in the FA Cup, 5 or 6 goals in the FA Cup. He was cowish, missed a great chance, but given a second bite at the apple. Clinical finish, one time. And it all came from dispossession in the midfield from Spurs. Sloppy play, took this team way too lightly. Rochdale, man, they came to play. They had nothing else to play for but this cup.
Yeah.
It was impressive. But again, why can't you play like this against every team you play? That's why he's sitting in last place in League One.
Heart. Miles and miles
All
of
right,
heart.
all right, Hugh Jack, not Hugh Jack, Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman for the placements.
My boy, Lucas Moura. Fine, man, I'm so happy for this guy.
Yeah, man.
Gets himself a goal. His first goal for Spurs. Nice little dink over the top of the goalie. A little with the left foot. Guy's got bags of quality. And he's an attacking midfielder. Put him in the middle. His speed can change the game. Yes, you can play him out wide, but put him in the middle of the park. He kind of reminds me of Di Maria and how he can change the games at times.
I think they're going to use him differently, man. I think they're going to use him and Lamela as an option to create width for certain games.
Makes
with
sense.
Eriksson and Ali, they usually play that 10 spot and sort of shadow each other. Obviously, Ali's a little higher than Eriksson is. So I don't know if you want to add a third guy into that congested mix. All teams do against Tottenham is shrink the field, pack it in the middle. That's why Man City finds so much success because they stretch it with Sané and Sterling.
And they got their wing backs.
And then you get guys like Gundogan and Silva coming in and doing work. So I think Pochettino's starting to see that. Lamela tends to play more out wide anyway. Obviously, he loves to cut in and do work that way, but he usually starts out wide, works his way in. I think Moura was doing a lot of that today as well. But obviously, his goal did come from being right down the middle. Yeah. So that's another strength he has. He could be almost a flexible player.
Guy's nasty, bro.
He's sick, man. I'm very happy to see him playing. He was out there megging people, too.
We're also finding out what will happen to Spurs if they get rid of Harry Kane. The Spurs, if they get rid of Harry Kane.
It would crumble. It would be like Spurs getting rid of Lucas Moura until, Gareth Bale came. Luka Modric until Gareth Bale emerged, You go through that dip. They'll go.
It's Liverpool and Suarez.
Exactly. So the team will still be like quality, quote unquote, but they won't be title challengers anymore, or even like in the race anymore.
Dude, if you want to challenge for trophies, you need a 20-goal-a-season striker at least.
Hands down.
This guy's done it for 4 years in a row now.
Yeah.
Or at least 3 20-plus goals, and in the league alone.
Yeah.
And this guy he's the best striker in England.
Now they fall apart if they lose him. Fact of life, man.
Aguero's
it's a
got
great
something
team
to say about that.
Contemporary form.
Yo, Steve Davies, not to be confused with the Tottenham player.
Stefan. Right? I think
Steve. Yeah. Spelled that way. Fat boy over here, chubby boy, gets himself the time. Dude,
did
you see him?
Yeah, bro.
When he came on, I was like, wait a minute, like that. Oh yeah, it's League One. Got it. This guy's probably an accountant by day.
You see him try and celebrate? He couldn't even jump. He got like a piece of paper under his foot, threw one hand in the air. He couldn't even celebrate properly.
Doesn't matter though. He brought that ball down. Nice shot.
Yeah,
that was nice.
You don't have to jump if you shoot like that.
On the 93rd minute too, just crumbling
all the pressure.
Spurs suck, man. And this is why This is why Toby's gonna leave. This is why Harry Kane might go to Madrid. If you can't even beat League One sides, I mean, I know United's been culpable Arsenal went out, whatever.
It happens.
Everybody.
But the Spurs team, how long are they going to go? They're not going to win the Prem. Probably not going to win the Champions League.
They don't win trophies.
League Cup's gone. So why are these guys going to play? Oh, I'm getting paid, I mean, not even great wages, under 100K for a lot of these guys. Why are we going to stay? Poch are going to leave.
Maybe.
If Poch leaves, it's all over. But your best chance at holding on to these guys is Poch. It doesn't guarantee anything. I 100% agree with you. They need to start now putting silverware behind this run.
Yeah.
They had a chance in that Leicester run. They stumbled and choked. Haven't recovered ever since.
Yeah.
So it's only a matter of time. I think they could squeeze out one more season holding on to these players. But if Kane goes, it's a domino effect. Everyone's going to go. Danny Rose is going to be out. Goalkeeper might leave. Lloris himself might leave. Go to PSG.
Eriksen is ready.
Eriksen's ready to leave. I don't know if who wants him right now.
Eriksen? Barcelona.
Everyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He can play on any team in the world.
He can play on any team, but I don't know who wants him enough to come in and get him. Is my point. But he definitely has the caliber to play wherever. I just haven't seen a lot of Eriksen, thirst out there.
But this is just another game that Tottenham is going to have with Champions League, with the regular league in there. They need to win.
That's why they try
time to rest.
That's why they try to bring in Kane at the end. They try to bring in Dele Alli as well. They try to ice this game.
Looks like they had it, man. Yeah, they brought on Kane,
did.
got the goal. Great penalty, by the way. We didn't really talk about it, but
that's how PK should be taken. The goalie went the right way. Didn't
Smash
matter why. Low
side
power.
panel.
That's all, man. You do that left or right side, you'll always score PKs.
Harry Kane really might end up as the top goal scorer in EPL history.
Dude, he might end up as a top forward in England history if he does a little bit of noise here. Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer will have something to worry about.
So right now,
Wayne Rooney.
Is Harry Kane a better goal scorer than Wayne Rooney?
Right now, yes.
Dude, but Wayne Rooney you can't compare the two almost in that.
Sure.
Wayne Rooney was an all around. He could ping. he could do so much on the ball, off the ball. He wasn't out and out number 9. I'd say Harry Kane's a better goal scorer as far as a finisher.
I think he deserves to be compared to Shearer now.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, Rooney is slightly different. He's been more of a shadow as well.
He does
shadow
everything
9.
for sure. Man could play right back.
Yeah.
But I think
is he more clinical than like an Owen or
I think
Shearer?
Alan Shearer is the debate now.
Yeah.
Alan Shearer is the most in the league history. Even before the league started, he has almost 300 goals.
I think he just needs to make noise on the international stage.
Yeah.
Not that Shearer won a World Cup or anything, but like Shearer was still like doing work. On the
Big World
stage.
Cup for a lot of players this year.
Yeah,
Harry
man.
Kane's one of them.
Do or die.
Who would you rather listen to, Harry Kane's voice or a vacuum?
Vacuum.
So we want today.
The boys work hard today.
He's like a Muppet.
The lads got a lisp as
How
well.
would they not put him on?
like Kermit the Frog.
Sesame Street, Muppet, something. He has to be on some sort of show.
I think the
Kermit
biggest
from now on, not Kane. Harry Kermit.
Oh, I like that.
the biggest thing against Kane is just his resting face, where his mouth's wide open. He's got like his teeth his gun. It's just like no upper lip.
teeth are
You look
jacked
like a
up.
moron.
That's why Arsenal dropped him. They saw that face as a young lad.
pretty
like,
enough.
Oh, yeah,
They said
he'll
he was
never
a little
make
too,
it.
They said he was a little too chubby.
He was chubby.
That was a beast. Winner Rochdale Spurs replay will play the winner of the Sheffield United Swansea replay.
Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield United.
United. Sorry. You're right.
There you go.
That's
Ali.
it. They're both in there.
No. Sheffield Wednesday and Swansea are playing. Sheffield United just got their asses kicked
Leicester. That's what it was.
by Leicester. Let's get into that one.
The notes are bad on that. Sorry, everybody.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Vardy, no party. 17 goals in all comps. This dude's doing work this year.
Nice job planning that out. Got that nice little rhyme in there. You know what I mean?
No Vardy, no party.
Well done.
Mara's on the assist though. Guy's back in the squad now. Got subbed off late on,
for
but he
him, man.
played almost the full match.
What a professional this dude is. Just left foot, right foot. Took that little 10-day break for himself. He could have pulled a Pyatt and said, I ain't never coming back. Di Maria, I ain't never coming back. But he was like, you know what? I'm trying to go to Man City. The only way I can progress my career is to suck it up, take the L on this, and live to fight another
If
day,
he had
man.
never won with Leicester, I think he might have pulled a Payet. But the fact that he has history there, he's won with them.
If he didn't
That
win with Leicester, he wouldn't be there right now. He would have left last summer, probably.
Now you're going too far.
Leicester played Chelsea in the next round of the FA Cup. They're on to the quarterfinals. West Brom getting dusted after just beating Arsenal in the previous round, flying high.
You got to bring up old shit.
I'm just saying they beat a great opposition.
Oh, thanks.
The sign that's
Great is a mediocre. I'm kidding.
Right?
But they go from beating.
Backhanded compliment there.
They beat Arsenal, then they lose to Southampton at home 2-1.
true sign of a garbage team.
Yeah.
West Brom,
Alan Pardew's got his work cut out, man.
Dude.
they're the worst team in the league.
They might go down. It's looking like we finally found our
I
first
know.
victim.
But you never know, dude.
You never know
Shit
that.
can happen.
No, you never know.
They're gonna win 7 straight, and then they can be mid-table. So anything can happen.
Look, they look totally
Your boy
different.
Jay Rodriguez he might have something to say
Oh, I
about
love
that.
that dude.
When West Brom played Liverpool, everything looked different.
Yeah.
You bring up Liverpool again?
Yeah, when West Brom played Liverpool. Because
For what? I thought Man United was always being brought up.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
there's
right.
two. Well,
Shut
there's,
it down
there's two
over
of us
there.
because we
I was
always
bringing,
bring it
I
up.
was bringing up
You want to talk about Man United?
I was bringing up a Liverpool loss because of how well West Brom can play, and then they just, crap the pants.
Look,
Two
Liverpool's
on
not in the FA Cup,
Southampton.
all right?
Hold on, the main thing in this game we have to discuss, Solomon Rondon, amazing volley, bro. This was long ball from Kokoviak, over the shoulder,
Dude, Kokoviak.
first time.
Nice.
That's definitely not how you say his name, but first time, over the shoulder, left-footed volley. I mean, if you haven't seen it, check it out.
Beast.
It was in vain, though. Yeah, that was a kind of a consolation goal. And the Saints will face either Wigan or the winner of Wigan and Man City.
Well, bro, let's get real. The Saints will face Man City.
Dude, Wigan beat Man City back in the day. Remember that when
Was
they won
Pep
the
there?
FA Cup?
Was
Yeah,
Pep
With,
there?
it was
Yeah, I
Ziggett
remember
Wigan,
2013.
Was that
No,
Leroy
With,
Linton?
They won the FA Cup.
with what's his name? He's
Ziggett.
Belgian
Roberto
coach.
Martinez.
Martinez.
They beat City in the FA Cup. And then they got
Yeah.
relegated same year.
Playing in Europa.
So don't say shit, man. It's a Wigan team. Jimmy Bullard used to be there.
How you feeling about that money bet?
Money bet? You want to bet on this?
Man City Wigan,
Jesus
bro.
Christ. Nah,
Man
not even-
taking his
City-
lunch.
what's the spread?
Not that
6
daft.
goals?
It's got to be, right?
Not
Brighton
that.
3, Coventry 1. Oh, man, old school Coventry, bringing it back to when I used to, or when I first started watching the
Coventry,
EPL.
Bradford City.
Yeah, man, this team would do work in the 90s. I'm sure they were a mid-table team, but I always dug them. But they get smashed up by Brighton, team of higher pedigree, 3-1 here.
Ujoa.
Joa,
Nice
still
header.
alive, man.
Yeah, nice strong header.
Still alive. Brighton will face United. Man, this blue stripe uniform, dude. First we go through Hudders, now we're back at Brighton.
It's so hard. It's confusing enough in the EPL
Right.
between these two.
We'll see how they do. United should win, but who the hell knows what kind of United you're going to get on that day. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Swansea 0, snooze fest here. Swansea face a replay at home. They're also in a relegation battle. Not good, man. Winner will face Spurs. And then, like we said, Monday, I'm sure as you guys listen to this, the game is probably going on. Wigan Athletic versus Man City. This game should be TCB City, right?
I just
Yeah.
want to see youngsters in this game, Pep. Like,
You won't.
yeah, I'll probably see a couple
Maybe
first-team
two.
players.
Maybe
but
two.
Yeah, put some.
Yeah, they
put
got
some
Champions
youngsters in
League.
there.
No, they just had Champions League, right?
Yeah.
So they
I-
should have a little.
They got the
have the
league
whole
coming
week
up.
to rest.
I think the craziest thing for the FA Cup this year is that it's kind of being built up, and as long as the big boys all win, I mean, we're gonna have Man U, Brighton, Leicester, Chelsea, Wigan or Man City versus Southampton. So Man City, Southampton, and then most likely Spurs versus either Swansea or Sheffield. So we can have a semi-final of 4 of the strongest teams in the league right
It'll
now.
be brilliant, dude.
And then the final's gonna be brilliant. So I mean, it's gonna make the FA Cup. You don't have the underdog, David versus Goliath, but you're gonna have all the
Gonna
best
have
clubs
pedigree,
competing.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
what a good
a lot to
matchup.
play for.
Arsenal Chelsea last year was a very interesting final.
was.
So
It was.
you want something like that again.
Yeah, which
Beep
looks
boop.
like we're gonna get it.
Hey everybody, this episode of the Podcast FC Show is brought to you by CLNS Media. CLNS Media is an online radio and digital media network which features a full 7-day-week broadcast schedule with numerous personalities and celebrities from across the world of current events, entertainment, technology, and sports. Additionally, CLNS employs both full and part-time journalists, commentators, and producers from around the world, and they utilize its staff members' geography to deliver global news and unique commentary and perspective, all in written, spoken, and visual formats. So they're on scene, they're live around the world, they're giving you live, up-to-date, fresh stuff, courtside, field side, stuff you can't really get anywhere else. CLNS Media combines a distinctive and eclectic variety of digital coverage with an emphasis on audio-video content. This comprehensive coverage offers its audience in live and on-demand news and commentary like no other media outlet. Hussey, wake up, open your eyes.
Dude, I'm here.
So,
I'm ready to go.
if you guys are local, we're a Boston show. They have great coverage for the Boston Celtics, the Red Sox, the Boston Bruins, New England Patriots, and also your very own Podcast FC show.
Boom.
So, you want to find out more, you want to check these guys out, www.facebook.com/CLNSmedia, twitter.com/CLNSmedia. Take out your iPhone or Android phone, go to the App Store, download it for free. Just type in CLNS Media, and it'll take you away.
Boom. To wrap it up, we got other world news here, or other world footy matches. We got Lyon, nice little derby game here.
What a great game, man. Fast-paced, two sides with attacking talent. Memphis Depay on one end, El Ghazi on the other end. These guys are going at it. But, I mean, Bertrand Traore bags himself a brace.
What up, Chelsea?
Memphis Depay,
Sucks.
the difference between him at Manchester United is just confidence.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's it.
100% confidence. As soon as a player loses confidence, that just changes the player entirely.
Especially him. He's that type who I think he has to have that arm around him all the time. Because his game is so annoying at times. He does too much. He doesn't make the right decisions. Selfish at times. But when you sort of look past that and allow him to express himself and get to that good side of his game, this guy could be a world beater.
He also needs the freedom
Yes.
to express himself with the ball, because so many times that he would be with a manager. They're like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Do this. Play the system.
And
Two touches,
show
two
some
touches.
confidence in
Yeah.
that, man. For me, this Lyon side reminds me of that Monaco team before it disbanded. I'd say this is like the Monaco 1.5 right here. You know what I mean? Like, you're not
and your
quite. They don't
0.5?
have. They don't quite
0.5
have
or 1.5?
1.5. They don't
So they're
quite
1.5
have.
times better?
No, it's not 2.0. Well,
That's
I got,
double.
I got my
it's
math
0.5.
wrong there. All right,
Yeah.
guys. Well,
0.5. Like Conte,
was it-
0.5.
0.5. It wasn't a math major.
It's half.
Okay, wasn't a math major.
0.75.
1.5. I'm gonna stick to it. 'Cause I'm hard headed. No, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say though.
Yeah,
the
no
amount
doubt.
they have the youngest attacking core in Europe with Mariano, who was signed from Real Madrid, Memphis Depay, Nabil Fekir, Toussaint, who's in midfield.
Fekir linked with a bunch of teams as well.
Ndumbele and bro, the amount of talent on this Lyon team is
popping.
pretty amazing. We're gonna see them disband at some point. People will be coming for these.
Hopefully
talents.
these kids can make an appearance in the Champions League next season if they lock up that second place in League 1.
Yeah,
as
they're
Tom
They're
says.
sitting in fourth right now, so
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
got work to
it's
do.
anybody's really.
Yeah. La Liga, Atletico Madrid versus Athletic Bilbao. 2-0 game here for Atletico Madrid. Not quite a TCB, but they do get all 3 points. Diego Costa, man. I forget how much I miss watching this guy play. I hated him when he was in the league, but he's just so involved every
Make
time.
up your mind, bro.
Passionate.
Sort it out.
It was. I hated him. You know why? Because he was on Chelsea, dude. If he was on United, would have loved him.
like
It was one
Fellaini.
of those players.
Yeah, he's a Fellaini type guy, but it was classic Diego Costa, the 36th minute. Guess he gets called for like an offsides. He's like, who, me? Looks at the lino and looks at the ref. He's like, this ref is crazy. Does like the classic crazy signal. The ref looks at him like, come here, yellow card. He's like,
Oh, really?
who, me? I deserve the yellow? So it was classic Diego Costa.
Love
Gets
this
himself
guy.
a yellow, gets
He-
himself a goal.
He's so crazy.
He is
He's
such
just
a
mental in the
character.
head.
crazy.
You so crazy.
so crazy. Real Madrid beating Real Betis 3-2. My boy Marco getting 2 goals, and Sergio Ramos with the game winner in the 50th minute.
Special.
Sergio.
Kind of a nail biter. Gave up 2 goals, but still Madrid getting it done. Trying to hold on to the
Dude,
Champions League
they're
positions.
trying, right?
Just trying to hold on to Champions League positions.
Dude, imagine that Madrid doesn't get Champions League position. The only way they'd have to go in is like
Champions.
winning it. Like,
Wow.
imagine they miss out, dude. That would be the clearing out.
That's the
the
type of
massive
thing, though, that would
clearing out.
drive them, though, right? Like,
I think it would. Look, I think they'd recover, obviously, but I think it would be hell for everyone. Even the people who are in charge of buying like pencils would be having a nightmare at Real Madrid. Florentino Perez, when they win, he fires people. Imagine if they miss out
Grounds
on Champions
crew
League.
out.
All
Miss
of
the
them.
pitch.
All
Get
of
out.
them. Exactly,
you
dude.
guys weren't cutting it. You were cutting it. You were cutting it clockwise. It's supposed to be counterclockwise.
He's just gonna start firing people wearing the jersey, walking down the
Oh,
street. Now you're
right?
fired.
Take that off.
I don't work for you.
Here's the money. Give me that shit back.
No money. Just take. You're fired.
Major derby game here. Juventus 1, Torino 0. Derby della Mole, a.k.a. the Derby de Torino. Big game here.
Both clubs are in the same town.
Yep, in Turin. And the reason why I bring this up is because Higuain was injured 2 minutes into the game. Salvatore Sirigu,
Oh, boy.
he goes out with an ankle injury, Higuain. So we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe he'll be back for Juventus when the Champions League returns. But this is an interesting derby. It's the first derby of Italian football, and it's the oldest meeting between the two teams based in Turin.
Beautiful stuff, man. All right, guys, that's all we got for you. Champions League, again, like we said this week, We'll see if we can get a show. If not, you'll hear from us again next Sunday as always. Thank you for listening, guys. Check out our store. Check out our social media. Keep supporting the show.
Liverpool sucks.